not been to one of these before, so I'm not 100% sure how the format normally works, but I thought actually it would be a really good opportunity to introduce everyone to the finance team, because there's been a lot of change happening recently. So for those who don't know me, I'm Erin, I'm the finance director. I've been up on the 5th floor for almost 3 months now. Been with Tez for 2 years before that, so I know what we're doing here. Little bit. Starting to get to grips with the uniqueness of Parent Solutions. Sure, I'll take you. But we've also had a lot of change within the finance team, so I just thought it would be worth recapping on who's who and who does what. So most of you probably know Musa, who's our subs analyst and is the go-to guy for any stats that you need or any questions that you have about sub sales.
And a great dancer.
Amazing
dancer.
We'll get that changed.
Great dancer.
Adam, don't know anything about your dancing abilities. I'll have to find that out. Adam is our FP&A analyst who joined in December. Is that right?
Yeah.
And has been tied up in building reforecast models and things like that for the last couple of months. So we're going to start getting him out of spreadsheets soon. We also have Binny, who joined us also November, December, and is our management accountant. So if you ever have any questions on how to get things approved in DocuPeek or expenses, then she does a lot more besides. But she can help you out with that. I was going to say Josephine's hiding. So we have Josephine, who has come back to support us for a few months, and she's working with Musa on building a huge database, which is going to help give some really good commercial insights onto subscriptions and trends, and they're working really closely with the data and analytics team on doing that. And I have Adam way at the back. Adam has been stuck on the 4th floor doing billings for the company for the last couple of years, and he's now moved up to the 5th floor. So he works really closely with the operations team and Kevin and Sally in making sure that we actually invoice all of our customers. And I'm missing Addie. There we are. Addie is our new head of finance, who's joined us to help look after all of our controls. So how do we make sure that actually we're invoicing everyone and getting the cash in and things like that. So we do a lot more besides kind of crunching the numbers. And if you have any questions about anything that we do, then you know where to find us now. I think my primary objective was actually to introduce Rob here. So Rob's going to do Star of the Month.
Yeah, all
Q&A.
exciting, absolutely. So
over to you.
Hello everyone. I find myself in an unusual position. I think for much of the 3.5 years that I've been with the company, every time I stood up in front of staff, I had to start off by saying, we're down on plan and on budget, but you know, we need to keep our spirits up because we're doing some great stuff and it's going to work in the end. It's going to take us the right direction. I'm now in the happy position of being able to say it is working because we're up on plan. We've got to the half-year mark, and we're a little ahead of our budget, and our profitability has evened out year on year. We're just a couple of 100K behind, but that's where we expected to be. We expected to make up more ground in the second half of the year, and we're well placed to do that. And we should be in a position towards the end of the year where our profits are up year on year, and we're starting to see some reward for all the hard work that's gone on, and Tez is going in the right direction. You know, why is that happening? Well, partly it's happening because of all the hard work that all of you have been doing, and some of the great numbers that you've been turning in. One of the things that I'm really, really pleased about is that we're doing it in the right fashion. And what do I mean by that? Well, when I joined Tez, I talked to lots of people, both internally and externally, and I remember many of those conversations. And one that stuck with me was a conversation with a head teacher who said, you guys have been putting your prices up, and you know what? You're taking too much and you're giving back too little, and that needs to change. And I thought, yeah, fair enough. So we've been working on that for 2.5, 3 years. All these things around putting in the subs model, putting in the school portal, is all about stuffing value back into the proposition, so that when our customers look at TES and what they're getting, they think, okay, that stacks up, that's value for money. And I'm happy paying that, I'm happy renewing, coming back time after time, and I don't feel like I'm a hostage, I feel like I'm a customer that's valued. And some of the progress we've made is absolutely remarkable. 9,000 schools now, I think 600 schools using the school portal, 3,000 almost using the online application forms. 2,000 subscribers. Do we have 2,000 subscribers? Yeah. 2,000. So out of the 4,600 secondary schools in the country, 2,000 of them now subscribing. And those that are subscribing, their cost per ad has come down 25-30% versus what they were paying before. If they're using online application forms, well, they're getting more candidates because the conversion from apply, click through to submit is 3 times better on the online application forms than it was with the traditional methods. All of this is just, you know, better value to the customer, and hey, we only just got started because there's a whole bunch of stuff we're working on to take it even further. You know, the talent match stuff, which I see up on the wall here, is great, because, you know, we've known for years that if TES doesn't work for a school, they wind up in the hands of an agency that's going to charge them £5,000, £6,000 per placement. Now we can go out to those schools and say, we got an alternative, and it's going to cost you £1,500 if you're a subscriber, and that's a big deal for a head teacher with a limited budget. So I'm very happy to be in front of you today to be able to say it's going the right direction. The hard work has paid off, and we're beginning to see upside on what we're doing, and we're doing it, as I say, in the right way, in a way that makes our customers happier and makes them want to come back to TES. So thank you all, because it didn't happen by accident, it happened through a lot of hard work by a lot of great people. So we have some awards. Now, I have to work through this quite carefully, because last time I came here, I fluffed it and announced the award without opening the envelope. It was almost as bad as Oscar's night. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you get it right though? It was the right one.
I got it right. You know, everything else was just a disaster. But I should try and get the choreography right this time. But regardless, both last time and this time, it's a pleasure to be able to celebrate some of the great people behind all of these successes that I was talking about. So we have 5 nominations. Hopefully all of whom are here or are watching live from Red Lion Square. The first nomination is Sky from the research team, who has done some remarkable work putting together no less than 10 slide decks, all focused on different countries and regions for our international sales team. Where's Sky? And look, you know, in the past we've sometimes struggled to get over to schools in the international market what our value is, and we're getting much better at this, and it's taken a huge amount of work and effort to do it, but it's really paying off. Second nomination, Phil Freeney from the regional directors team. So Phil has recently signed up another group deal, not just one group deal, he's done many. Focus Learning Trust, which has 23 secondary schools, and is a particularly challenging group in terms of recruiting teachers due to their faith school status and limited budget, and sign-off required from all of the trustees. Huge task to get this over the line, but Phil has delivered and helping us get over that magic 2,000 sub line. So is Phil with us, or is he online? Wherever you are. Next nomination is Sally Furman from the operations team. Now, Sally's had a tough few weeks, and look, you know, much of that is my fault, because I've set off a process that's moving a lot of roles up to Sheffield, and I know that that has a huge impact on some people who across the company have given often years of dedicated work to the organisation, and that's not fair, and it's very hard for the individuals involved, many of whom have had a very challenging period where they've had to manage aspects of that process at the same time of making sure that we keep the show on the road for all of our customers. And Sally is one of those remarkable individuals who has done some amazing things through a very, very difficult period. She's been working late hours to support the team, the process of volume, and has been tremendous support to all of them. And it's enabled us to make sure that we have continued to deliver the service to customers that we are well known for, and rightly so. And it's dedication which is commendable and absolutely deserves high recognition. Next nomination, Tracy from the Prime team. Tracy has helped ensure leadership direct revenue has exceeded target, with the current month-to-date revenue at 110% of target. She's also contributed to the continuing success of our high-yielding attraction packages, and in spite of many challenges from customers who believe that leadership was included in the sum. A chat with those regional directors about
All my time.
I'm sure they're very precise and specific on that in the pitch. Yeah. Despite that, in the last 6 weeks, Tracy's regularly worked over and above what's required of her in being until 7 PM most days and back in 8 AM to ensure that the workload is delivered on time. And last nomination is Sheena from the team down in Sydney, who is working on the international schools. And I don't know if she's online, but what time is it in Australia right now?
It's pretty late.
Yeah,
On a Friday. She's definitely online.
Yeah. So Sheena has been going above and beyond helping some of the customers in the international school market with technical difficulties on the portal, and in one particular on one particular occasion recently, she worked through much of Australia Day, the public holiday in Australia, helping a school in Myanmar, and the head teacher there, Craig Roberts, at Network International School, who was unable to upload his application form to the site, and was very, very unhappy, and Sheena managed to turn it all around, get the form up, and send Craig away as a happy customer. So, thank you, Sheena. But there can be only one winner. Do we have a drum roll? The winner is Sally Furman.
Is she the meeting?
Working hard.
Oh, okay.
And for her, there is this magnificent
Yeah.
frame.
It is great. That is the best thing.
This cost a lot.
That's
there.
Yeah.
And there's also some champagne, which is much deserved. So. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we supposed to do Q&A?
You can do.
Yeah. Or we can have a drink. I mean,
We don't have any questions for us ones on the floor? Why does it say warm up here? That's my question.
Yeah. Some things I can be fixed. Some. The limits of my capabilities as CEO stop the lifts, the air conditioning, and that physical infrastructure.
Toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should definitely have a drink.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.